Hi everyone, Stalker35 here, back in with a new video, and today I'm gonna do a little game review. And this is something I might do on with every previous game I complete, do like a little game review. I'm also gonna be while giving my review, I'm gonna be doing some achievements. So achievement I am doing is the ride for about on a moving platform for about 10 seconds. But Spyro the Dragon, starting that off, it's going to Spyro the Dragon Reignited is more better. It looks better than the original, and it does look like the original, so it's more signs alive. And because they gave when they redid the when they did Reunited, they went and gave all these dragons their own little personality, whereas they were just playing in the original. And the boss fights and all that are basically the same. And the only thing I wish they would have added to the original when they remade Reunited would be the hover ability, which would have been nice, which is needed at some point. But I think they've fixed it to where charge jump does work, so there's that. The only issue is when it comes to what's it called? Oh, when you're playing on PC, because on consoles it's fine, but on PC you have to basically turn down your graphics settings, not run into issues, anything like that. And that's for the three Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. So that's why I have these off, some stuff off, and it turned down to 1080p. But I rendered for 4K. Alright. Have I not got the achievement yet? But this is the achievement, letting it ride. But with Spyro the Dragon, where the boss fights in 120%, it's a fun game, and I would definitely go back. I would definitely give so Spyro the Dragon gets a 9 out of 10. Next up is Spyro 2's Ripto's Rage. One of my favorite games in the original series, and actually adds some quality of life that should have been in the first one. Oh, and I forgot I think I was doing some. Oh! But Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage improved on the first one by a big lot. Only thing that they took out, which they should have kept in, was the epilogue, which is also missing from Year of the Dragon. But I'm just going through and destroying all the Earth Shapers. Alright. And with that also being said, because Spyro 2, you get the ability to swim, head bash, swim underwater. And Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage is the only game in the original in the entire series to actually have cutscenes for almost every level. They were trying to do that for Spyro Year of the Dragon, but due to issues, it was okay. I think it was because where they rushed development for Spyro Year of the Dragon, because the original games were all made in the span of a year and a half, a little under a year, which is actually impressive when you think about it. especially like with the boss fights in Spyro 2 Rift Does Rage, like they improved from the original. And I can't. I skipped that. All right. And I took damage. But fuck. I did not mean to do that. But I'm also just clearing up some skill points. Well, not skill points, some achievements. What the hell hit me? Alright. Alright. And there ain't really much of like issues. The only thing is though, like same issues that plague Spyro the Dragon Reunited. Same issues do plague on PC the Spyro 2 like the Reunited. Where it's basically PC wasn't optimized and I just got the achievement for it to beat every Earth Shaper. Alright. I guess we could try to do that, but I don't want to. But especially with like the boss fights, because there is in the mini boss fight. Actually, I know what to do. Because like it's nice that you can actually travel to all the levels in Spyro 2 Rift of Rage. There was a cheat code you could in Spyro 1, but there wasn't in Spyro 2 in the original. I'm busy drinking water too. There ain't really much of cons, it's just the performance issues, because Spyro 2 does have better story, better boss fights than the original, where you actually have to fight back instead of chase the bosses. And you get power up. Alright. Ah. Faster. Alright. You actually get the climb, because
as you can the
yeah. Yes, and like in the original, well, but actually in the original you can actually use a little fire breath to actually do damage.
excellent
You can actually damage
we can now
that's
defend
the
our
box.
city properly.
I think that was also an achievement too. I already got that orb. So with that, Spyro 2 Rift Does Rage, because of like the little mini games at the end too. Well, it gets a 10 out of 10. Next up, and is the game I just finished, and my favorite game in the entire original 3 games is Spyro Year of the Dragon. Spyro Year of the Dragon it adds the ability to play as multiple characters, and actually is longer because each Spyro game is longer than the other. Whereas with you could actually, well, with Year of Dragon being the longest. So let's see what we can do. And because like Spyro 2, Spyro Year of Dragon does have skill points in the original. And I guess I could try. But in the original, because there's like a total of, because you can play as Spyro, Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, Agent 9, Sparks, and Hunter. So there's actually a total of a lot, like, yeah, Spyro's 1, Sheila's 2, Sergeant Bird 3, Bentley is 4, Agent 9 is 5, Sparks is 6, and Hunter 7. So you get to play as 7 characters. And which some Spyro fan, like, because your Dragon's actually divided for like being like among the fan base of like it being like one, some people like I'm part of this, like, where Spyro Year of Dragon's actually is better than Ripto's Rage, and then like you have the other half that where Spyro Year of the, like, Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage is the better of the original trilogy. And yes, sorry. With that being said, I'm just doing stuff, so. But Year of the Dragon does like have that, like, it has some of the toughest bosses in the original, especially some of the where the mini games are now sectioned off on the map. But I'm just trying to. Alright. And then. Same issue, is just like across all the games. Is, you know, PC, it has issues. Because Spyro Reignited originally launched as a console exclusive to. Well, it wasn't a console exclusive. It was, unlike Crash, Reignited, like Insane Trilogy, Spyro was not time exclusive. Spyro actually was exclusive to PS4 and Xbox One when it launched, with PC and Switch coming in about a year later. And PC was not optimized. Only issue is like at launch, because you had to download Spyro 2. The rest of Spyro 2 and Year of the Dragon. And that was not fun. Alright, turn the towers. But with that also being said, like, playing this like on PC, because this is like the third. Well, it's actually the third true attempt of second. I've beaten the game countless on PS1. Reunited I've only beaten, as of now, 2 times. Entirely. I'm trying to crash, so. Let's see, guidebook. Huh. We can just do this, molten crater, this. But like in the original, you would get extra abilities like Sparks being able to pick up gems him bit like better, like longer. Sparks actually get an extra hit. And Sparks actually being able to break open chests, and then like after the final Sparks level, he would be able to actually work the any level, which is actually nice. And in the original, there's actually abilities where you can actually, instead of backtracking, you can actually, well, glitches. And I gotta chase this guy. Oh. And I died. I know where it is supercharge. I'm just trying to get skill point. Trying to find it. Oh. Yeah, when it comes, I'm just like trying to like, but like Spyro Year of the Dragon, especially with the story with Sorceress, the dragon. Skill point acquired. I just don't know why that's not one to take. Because I don't want this to be a long video. But with Year of the Dragon, it is one like with like playing as Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, Agent 9. While the only thing I hate about like is like only two things I hate about Year of the Dragon are the well the Yeti fight as on the original one, but this one I actually did good in it. And the Lost Fleet race and the Yeti race in the Super Bonus World. Those are my pet peeves, but with Year of Dragon, I give it a 10 out of 10. I want to give it like an 11 out of 11. And, which is not, well, and what does that mean for the overall trilogy? Well, because, like, I definitely would recommend it to people. And if you get it for PC or console, always get it for, like, full price, like, or, like, when it's on sale, because I think now, like, because I got Spyro Reignited on Steam back in February for $15. You can just get it on sale, and it's definitely worth your time. I really do recommend it, especially like out of the originals. Like, while I do like the original PS1 games, and I may let's play them at some point later on down the road for the original, especially some PS2 games, but that's not going to happen anytime soon because I would like to do Enter the Dragonfly and A Hero's Tale. Do those two games as well, especially the Game Boy Advance games, where like, but those are fun too. It's just like Spyro Orange and Enter the Dragonfly are considered like, and the mobile games, which I have never played the mobile games and don't want to play mobile games, are like the worst of the series. But outside that, I give like the overall Spyro Reignited, because I know I gave Spyro 1 a 9 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to bump Spyro 1 up to 9.5. Okay, so overall, Spyro Reignited, it is a good quality of life and breathes life into the original games. They get, so Spyro Reignited overall gets a 9.5 out of 10. Because of that little 9 bumped it down, but that's Chris, just generous of me, and I generally like it. There's not, only issues is if you're playing on PC, you do have to turn the settings down. But besides that, that's not really a big issue. But with that being said, Spyro Reignited is done for now. I may come back and play some like years from now or a year from now, or every now and then, like just like as like a speed run if I want, if anyone would like that. But the next game I have decided, and that's going to be starting this coming Friday the May 29th, and that's Yoshi in the Mysterious Book for Switch 2, and may even be surprised too for that. But this has been Spyro Reignited, and that's 3 games completed on stream, and I just like was waiting to like make a special video for after I was done, like had beat Reignited, to give it a So with that, like I said, I give Spyro Reignited a 9.5 out of 10 for all 3 games, because Spyro the Dragon got a 9, the 2 and 3 got a 10. But until next time, this has been XS Soccer Church. Well, if you enjoy this content and enjoyed the video, please consider liking the video and commenting. That does help YouTube know you enjoy this content and helps the algorithm pick it up. Also consider subscribing if you're new and enjoy this content. And follow me on here on YouTube. It's XDeath35. Follow me on Twitch where I live stream most completion run games. Because next game is going to be Yoshi in the Mysterious Book. And that's XDeathStalker35, and I go live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. And I post on X/Twitter, on my X/Twitter if I want to be late or anything. My X/Twitter is XDeathStalker35, same thing like Twitch. So follow me on there too, where I post updates, and follow me for live streams, because I am doing live gameplay. This is just recorded prior. But until next time, this has been XSStalker35 signing out, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everyone.